Hello, hello. Anybody there? All right, I'm gonna do a iPhone 6 Plus Touch IC repair. Kind of give you an update of what's been going on lately. And all right, so things have been pretty slow lately, actually. I'm not sure what happened, but hold on a second. Live, okay. So I'm not sure what happened, but I'm not sure if it was the Apple thing, the multi-touch release that they basically Apple released something saying, hey, if you have a iPhone 6 Plus and it's got this touch problem with the gray bars, which we've all known about for a long time, bring it to the shop and we will fix it for $149. And basically, they're not really fixing it; they're going to replace the phone, or they're going to replace the phone with another one that has the same problem, right? So I'm not sure if it's that's kind of slowed things down, or if it's the holidays, or it could just be a combination of both. I mean, things have kind of picked up just a little bit, but definitely not the same volume that I've had lately over the past probably week or so, maybe week and a half. But things are picking back up. So, anyways, what's going on? So let's see. So Touch IC repair here. I'm gonna go with my latest method, which has been doing pretty well, actually. I've had some really good results with what I've been doing, and this is how I'm going to do it. So you guys will see what's going on. Alright, if you have any questions, just post it. I am watching the feed here occasionally, and we will go with that. Alright, so let's have some fun. I got Tiger on the iPad over here. Not sure if any of you guys are golf fans, but Tiger's back. So Mason, this is Mason. I put a little Kapton on it. 2 pennies for heat sinks. You can do what you want, but that's kind of how I do things because it's worked best for me, right? So quick, 861. You guys have seen this a million times already. I mean, for those that watch this channel often. I am not doing anything different, and I'm not going to do anything different here. I just had a few things I wanted to talk about, and so I will talk about it. So anyway, so I've been trying to figure out how to get my video quality better, and I have... let me focus my thing first. I'm probably going to do some videos here, since it's been a little slow. But anyways, I'm trying to get a camera, a 4K camera. Right now, my camera, I paid I think 180 bucks for it. It's 14 megapixels. Let's see. I wish I could take a picture of this thing for you guys. Maybe I can. Anyways, I'll do it another time. Yeah, actually, you can just go to the website and check it. Just click on my equipment. Anyways, 180 bucks for it. Maybe a year ago, maybe less than that. Records at 720p. It's an awesome camera. I do all my YouTube videos on it. I use this program called Screencast-O-Matic. It's 15 bucks a year, and it allows me to just stream on here. And for live streaming, I just use Open Broadcaster Server, or whatever it's called, OBS. So that's what I use for streaming. For recording on YouTube, I use Screencast-O-Matic. You can just go to the website. All right. So this thing, it works well. I mean, no real complaints, but I like to tinker. And I want a 1080p or 4K camera. So I bought one of those little USB 3.0 HDMI to USB 3.0 converters. Bought on AliExpress for about 100 bucks. And I bought this camera, another camera, 1080p camera for about it's HDMI only camera for 170 bucks. And I plugged it in, and it's just dark. It sucks. It's not even close to what this one is, you know. So I'm gonna return that one, and now I need to figure out what I need to do. And I think the best way to do it is to get a DSLR camera. Is that what it is? DSLR? Yeah. And then buy a adapter for my microscope for a C-mount adapter. I better not burn anything up here. Anyways, so I think I'm gonna experiment with that and see if I can get some better quality with these. Something looks weird here, man. Anyways, all right. Something's weird with my microscope. I have to adjust it after I get this chip removed. So I'm at 415 degrees Celsius, 6mm tip, quick 861 DW. Airflow of 10. Taking a little while for this thing to. Damn, took forever, huh? Alright. So we are good now. Got my crazy dogs. Best thing about doing this is being able to work from home, right? Okay, let's see. That is UPS guy dropping off some packages. Anyways, keep on losing my train of thought. Alright, so I am okay, so flux, remove the lead free solder and retin with leaded solder. Alright? And don't really worry about too much about pulling the pads, okay? The only way you'll pull the pads is if your ironer's not hot enough. Alright? Make sure you have enough flux on there, okay? So, as you can see right here, there is oxidation on this one pad right there, and then probably this corner pad, well, you can't really tell. But those are the usual suspects, okay? And I have narrowed it down to these pads right here. Alright, I'm going to do some more experimenting and stuff like that, but that is essentially what I've narrowed it down to. So I'm gonna. Okay, let's clean it up real quick. You couldn't really see the oxidation, but definitely gray bars on the screen. I really don't know why people are still replacing both chips, because I am probably 99% certain that it's probably just Mason and it's probably just two pads on this logic board that cause touch IC disease here. Alright, so what I've been doing is I think all you really have to do is just jump M1. I mean, nobody really wants to jump M1, but that's all that's really needed. But after my testing, I've also discovered that L1. So when I say M1, okay, each pad is represented by a letter and a number, okay, and this is A1. So just go down the line. This is L1. This is M1, okay. So you can look at the schematics and find out what M1 does, but I know that it affects touch. Okay, so what I do is M1 is connected to a little line. You can't really see it, but there's a line that connects from here to this point right here. Okay. What I normally do is I just run a jumper from here to here, and then I've also been running a jumper from here to here because I've also noticed oxidation on this pad as well. And so if I run jumpers for both of those, then I know the touch is going to work for sure. All right. So that is that. And I've had good results. You can do your own trial and error, okay? But I'm doing it for you guys. So you can either take my word for it or do what you gotta do. Don't believe me. Whatever. I don't care. I'm just offering you guys info. So it is important that you use lead-free solder to connect this jumper. It's not super important, but it is. You'll probably want to do it because sometimes I have problems tinning this damn pad right here for some reason. Okay, I think it's 10 now. There you go, it's 10 now. Alright, so you use lead-free solder because when you're putting the chip back on, the chip's going to be, well, it just melts slower, okay? Sometimes it's leaded solder if you're reballing and lead-free if you're not reballing, but it melts slower so that your jumper is not going to bridge with something, alright? So for my jumpers, I am using wick, solder wick. I think it's the easiest, best jumper and the thinnest. Alright? You don't want to make this too long. You don't want to make it too short. Okay? You want to otherwise you make it too long, it's going to bridge. So it's a delicate balance. Alright, so that is that. And that is too long, so I'm going to actually back off a little bit on it. So there you go. That's a pretty solid jumper right there. I know the flux is kind of black right now, but I think I'll be fine. I'm just lazy, otherwise I'd put some more on. Probably should put some more on, but yeah, I'll put some more on. So you can actually look at the schematics and So this is, yeah, running the jumpers are not fun, but the alternative is to you can put a shield on it too. Some people have success with that. I've seen it. But I think this is probably a longer lasting repair, to be honest with you. Sometimes this really sucks. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it sucks. But I mean, you know, with a shield, you're still going to have bending, you know, you're just going to reduce the bending, you know, but with this one, with bending, doesn't matter because even if it bends, it should still be soldered on. Should still be soldered on, okay, so. No! Stupid. I think I've lost some of the joint there. Alright, so we have run the jumpers and it's pretty solid. Try to make sure that they don't bridge, so just kind of push it down a little bit. And sometimes this joint is not great. Okay, I think that's fine. Alright, so we're good. So, alright, let's clean that up a little bit and then put some new flux on there, right? I feel like something's blurry with my lens for some reason. Alright, I just want to make sure that doesn't bridge, so I'm just removing some of the solder on there, right? Alright, so I think we're good here. I'm actually going to reball this because chips are about $4 a pop now. And I have not seen a noticeable difference between reballed and non-reballed, so see if I can fix my damn thing here. Hold on a second. Okay, that's good. Alright. This is not the most... Okay. Anybody still watching this boredom? Alright, let's see. How did you do that with the tunes so that you can hear, but we don't hear clear enough to get copyright on YouTube? What? Talking about. No reason. Mason without the flux. You can use it with flux or without the flux. I just don't like. I don't think it's needed, so I don't do it. But you can do it if you want. It's no big deal. No big deal either way. All right. All right. Find that the razor blade is the best. You just kind of make sure you push down on it and scrape off away all the excess one. Make sure it's pretty even. I turn my iron down to airflow of 3 so that the solder doesn't kind of move around once it's heated. Just kind of back off on the iron a little bit. Alright. So once it's all melted, you kind of let it solidify just a little bit, and boom, easy, right? And then I normally go back with the hot air just to make sure the balls are seated correctly. You can kind of see it move. Second time, alright. So now we're good. See that? It's perfect. Alright, so that looks pretty solid, right? Also, make sure you're using good flux here. I think I had some warranty repairs, like a batch of them, basically, and I'm trying to figure out what happened. And I think a lot of it was because I used a cheap SRA flux. I guess it's not cheap. It's not even cheap. But anyways, this flux sucks. Don't use SRA flux. Just don't do it. Stick with the Amtech 559 NC 559 Tachyflux. And when you're putting the chips back on, right, I like to hold it in place just until it kind of melts and holds in place, and then you can kind of heat. All right. So you kind of just hold it in place here, make sure that you're pretty close to good, which is like right about there. And then you supply heat until the heat kind of melts a little bit. Don't push down or anything. Just kind of like that, and then you can kind of try to wiggle it, and you're good. All right. So now you can kind of you can put more flux if you want, much as you want. So now it's not really going to move in place anymore. It's not going to move. All right. That's what you really want. All right. So now you can kind of heat it, and it'll just seat itself. And once you see it wiggle in place like that, back off on the heat a little bit, and you kind of push the corner here. You can kind of see it hold in place, back off on the heat. Alright, so that's pretty much good. Take this off. Now I'm going to take my multimeter, okay, in continuity mode. And I've done this a million times already, but I like checking for a short on M1 here. Okay, so basically ground, middle is ground, beep, This is M1, and it's not supposed to be. Alright, so this tells me that it's not bridged to ground, and then I also like testing this right here, my other jumper, and make sure that it's not touching M1. Okay, so I do this, and that. So, and then you can also check, see if it's grounded, but it's less likely to be grounded though, because the ground pad is on the corner here. 2 corner ground pads, M1, L1, and then PP1D8. Okay, so we're good. This is almost guaranteed to work. You don't really need to think about anything else, really. I mean, if there's no shorts, then and you're pretty confident in your reball, then it's probably going to work. All right. So clean it up with some IPA here, and I'm going to blow it with my blower, mini blower, and I am pretty much good to go. I'm gonna put the black thing. Hold on a second. I'll do it over here. Okay. Let me get my webcam here. Alright, so I am gonna set up. So no shield. That is right, no shield, no cumulus. I think cumulus is unnecessary, and I think it's actually going to cause more harm than good. Okay. So let's do that. I'm pretty much putting it back together because I'm pretty confident it's going to work. Once I do all this, I'm pretty confident it's going to work. What am I doing? Okay, put the camera back on. If it doesn't work, that's when I start cursing. Because I've almost put this thing back together. Alright, for the most part, I've put everything back together, okay? So, just gotta, I mean, I can do the screws without unhooking them. So anyways, you guys will be the witness. Alright. So we good. Dun 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 dun. Just like a magic trick, right? I didn't cut away or anything. I cleaned this up a little bit. You guys see it? Alright, you guys ready for the big reveal? Boom! Step 1 is getting the Apple logo. Alright. Alright, I'm up to 16 people watching. Silly. Alright, the big reveal. You guys see it? Alright, let's do this. Alright. Oh, dagger. Alright, sometimes that happens. Because it's too hot. No worries. Now, if it happens like 3 times, then you start worrying. Probably a good idea to wait a little bit. Okay. Let's hope this works this time. while I watch Tiger get up and down from here. Oh, that's rolling off. Well, that's not good. Live. All right, let's wait a little bit. How about that? I think I might have overheated it a little bit. So, okay. No. Ugh. Well, you see it live. This is what happens, okay? So just reboot. I think it's just too hot. That's what I think. All right, so I'm just gonna leave it here, and I will. Let's see. How do I come back to this? Don't think I can I? It's a live video. Unless I moved that one. Probably should have inspected everything. Right. Let me see if I can go back here. I'm gonna go back in my YouTube video and see if I can see if I moved anything. Is it blurry as crap? Okay. I think my microscope video is a little blurry, huh? Is that what's going on? Keeps rebooting every time I think it's just too hot. Otherwise, I want to just let it sit for a little bit. To be honest with you, so I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Don't think there's a short. There's obviously touch. Alright, I guess I need to inspect it because it is rebooting. I don't know why it's rebooting. Alright, well, this is Touch IC repair for you, right? Well, that sucks. I think it's just hot, to be honest with you, but I'll just open it up and take a look. See if there's anything jacked up with it that I can see. Alright, let's switch cameras. Let me just clean this up a little bit here. So that's pretty much the only thing that I kind of moved, that usually moves. Maybe Stockholm here. Maybe. Let me see. Look weird, do you? Maybe it lifted a little bit. Okay, so maybe Stockholm. So let's just reflow that. How about that? And see if that works. If not, we'll have to bring it up and reball it. Sometimes I think the Capton pushes on it, and then like when it buckles. Yeah, that definitely moved. So, okay. Alright, so let's just look, see if there's any bridges. I don't see anything. Everything looks pretty good. I'm still kind of suspect about that right there, but looks like it's pretty solid, so yeah, that's pretty solid. I don't see anything else really. Alright. Might have been Stockholm. This is Stockholm. Alright, so that's it. I really don't want to redo Mason. I really don't want to do that. Alright, now I'm getting 0 amps on this sucker, so I think it was Stockholm. Sucks. Well, let's reball Stockholm. This is Touch IC repair for you guys. At least it's not Mason. I don't think it's Mason, at least. You guys will see bonus coverage. I don't normally like doing bonus coverage, but sometimes it is necessary. Alright. I never like doing bonus coverage, but it is necessary sometimes. For blowing me up. Decline. Okay, that's loose, so that needs to be fixed. So let's remove Stockholm and fix the other one. I'm gonna put a little flux because I need to fix the other one. This one right here. I'm not sure what happened here. I mean, this never happens really, but be careful with this one because sometimes when you heat this right here, you're gonna overheat the other side where the home button connector is, and then like the problems cascade. See that? That's bridged. So I think that was our problem. Is this back in business? Nope, not yet. Okay, I'll fix that later. You see these two right here? I mean, if you look at the schematics, that's probably VCC main, so that's probably why I'm not getting any power. That may be why it was rebooting as well. So that's kind of like the downside of using Kapton. Shit like this happens because the Kapton burns up and then it shrivels and then it pushes these chips away. Ugh, I definitely don't want to jack that up. Because these are not easy to replace. So let me put that back first before I do anything because I'm going to have some issues. You definitely don't want to jack these up because you cannot source these except for from a donor board. And, they are a pain in the butt. This does not turn out to be a good repair, is it? I'd have to say no. I would definitely have to say no. Definitely don't want to. Oh, I might causing a mess here. Not even. I mean, let's see. Now, it's pissing me off now. Okay. Dude, these are the worst to fix. These are the worst to fix, man. You do not ever want to jack these up. You just don't. So this is turning out to be a ridiculous repair here. This is essentially a wire wrapped around a ferrite core to produce an inductor, which does something. I don't know what. Okay, let me just make sure I got this right way. Okay, like that. Like that. One way to do it. Like that. This is not working great. Let me see. Alright, let's figure out how to do this. Awesome, right? Problem is, alright, even though it wiggles, it should be good. This is literally just being held on by wire. The middle thing is not being held on, so I just need to be careful, that's all. And then you can check for continuity if you really want to test it. Sucks. So I don't really have a whole lot of room for play on this Stockholm reball here. So I just want to make sure this thing is tinned well. Alright. Here it is. Okay. So that should be fine. Yep, that'll be fine. Let's reball this puppy now. Alright. Well, that sucks. You guys have been looking at the other camera for the whole time. That sucks. My bad. I'm pretty much almost done here. Okay. No wonder I only have 12 people watching. Alright, so let's check for continuity first. Well, that's not really working actually. So before I put this chip on, I need to make sure that this thing is working. And it is not. I'm going to change tips here. So this is not good. I mean, it's not. I should have continuity between these two leads right here, and if I don't get continuity, that means it's not connected. Okay, is it connected now? Because I feel like the wires are connected. Nope. That would be a negative. So I've pretty much burnt this mother up already. I don't even know what it does, to be honest with you. I mean, can I just run a wire to it? Maybe. Well, that sucks. Man, I haven't had one of these problems since my first repair. Touch IC repair. I don't know why this happened. Alright, it's good now. Yep, it's good now, so I'm just going to leave it. I'm not going to muck with it anymore. Now, let's clean this up a little bit. Try not to move my inductor. I'm just thinking of what I jacked up on the other side of the board now. So I know when I heat this area, the other side of the board goes wonky too. So, and I know that the letters are upside down when I do this, so. Alright. I got one shot at this, otherwise I'm cooked. Alright, tack it down, and then just let it seat itself. I feel like it. There it goes. Okay. Alright. And I saw that other thing move, so that kind of sucks. Alright. It's still good, so I'm just going to leave it. Alright, now let's test for a short on VCC main now. It's good. Alright. Let's check for the other shorts as well. For my jumpers. I don't think I'd jack that, but maybe. Alright, that's good. Well, we are beyond just putting it back in the thing now, so let's go to the other side here and make sure that we didn't jack up this connector. It's not too bad. See if there's anything loose. Maybe, that may be loose, maybe. Alright, that's good. No, I do not use lead resolder. No, it hasn't rebooted yet. Okay, so there you go. So I think what happened was that the Stockholm actually, there was a, I think the Captain pushed Stockholm up a little bit, lifted it up, and then when I went to reseat it, I shorted it, and which is why I was getting 0 amps on the porta valve. I was pretty confident that my, let me change the rotation here, okay. So I was pretty confident that my mason placement was good, and I'm pretty confident that my jumpers were good. So the only thing that I noticed was that Captain kind of pushed some components up, and that one inductor, that any of the inductors probably not going to make a huge difference because they're not really related to this thing booting up. It affects the NFC, I believe. And Stockholm is really the only chip that can cause the rebooting and the no boot. 0 amps, short. So as you can see now we're back in business here and we're good to go. Okay. I mean, how long will that take? An hour? I mean, that's why people charge what they do with chassis repairs. It's because of shit like this, and the fact that you'll get warranties occasionally, and when you get a warranty, you're looking at another 30 or 45 minutes there, So, anyways, sorry about that, but can you see it now? It's still on, it's still working. I'm gonna test everything. Pretty sure. Let's see if Wi-Fi works. Wi-Fi works. We're good. So I'm pretty sure everything's gonna work out. Okay, so there you go. I mean, that's kind of, this is a live repair. No magic. See it? No magic, nothing like that. I mean, this is it. Sorry, you guys missed a lot of it, but that's it.